How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Queen Anne's Reef. We know it's been a while since we've released a video. Nothing's been much going on here. We've just been prepping the reef room for a kind of a big upgrade. As you guys can see, you know, the 310's still up and running. But over here, we've removed the old original reef and the little small mini reef that was next to it. The little 20-gallon has now, we've just moved it over here and tied it into the QT. It's just it's been tied in with a double pump, and it's been fed on its own individual system. So right now that just has some saltwater mollies and some clowns in it. The fish that were in the 75, the old reef, have moved over to here. And so basically what we're gonna be doing over here in this section through here, we're gonna be dropping a 125. This will be a predator system, fully aggressive, everything. It'll be FOWLR. And then there will be a 40-gallon rimless that'll be sitting here. All right, so now that we have the stand built, we're gonna get the 40 rimless that's gonna sit on that side of the 125. We're gonna get that stand set in place, and possibly the tank next to. And then hopefully shortly after that, we'll be getting the tank and the sump set in here. This sump will be feeding both systems, the 40 rimless and the 125. It is a eShops 7525 with the built-in refugium. So that one, and it's the capacity for it's I think a 250 if I'm not mistaken, or 200 gallon. So we're within capacity for that type of a sump. So yeah, and like I said, it'll be sitting right in here. I got to put some plywood dropped in right there, and then I'll add in like the plumbing later. I'm just trying to think through everything. Yeah, so just keep sticking with us. Okay, now that we've got the tank and sump set in here, you can kind of get a even better idea. We were able to get a hold of this acrylic system for a good price. It is used, obviously, but this is what we're gonna use as our FOWLR Predator system. And this is the 40-gallon rimless we were able to pick up. Basically, we picked this one up off of a coral trade. So yeah, and it's a nice little 40-gallon rimless, already drilled, built-in overflow. And like I said before, this one will be tying in to the eShops sump on this side. And next step will be plumbing all this in. Okay, so now we've got the plumbing finished. While I was at it, I also went ahead and added in the new light rack that's going to be going over the 40-gallon rimless. Same thing as what we've done on all our other frag type systems, just standard 2x4s and everything. Let's go down here underneath and I'll show you guys what we did under here. Didn't go too crazy with it. Some hard plumbing, some flex. The 3/4 plumbing for the returns, we'll have a barb fitting here going down to the pump, the return pump. Union, tees off, 2 ball valves, one going out to the 40-gallon and the other ball valve that controls going up to the 125 acrylic. And then obviously we got our overflows coming back, hard plumbed from here. Let's see if we can get you guys a good look. And then it's coming across the flex lines. And same thing on this side. I'm gonna have to next, let's see. I'm gonna test the overflows. All I'm gonna do is just pour a few cups of hot water. It's just my quick, easy check for the bulkheads. I'll pour hot water in this overflow and this overflow, then go underneath and just to check and make sure the seals look good on the bulkheads. It's just my way of doing a quick and easy test to check for bulkhead seals. And after that, we're gonna go ahead and fill the tank up with hose pipe water and give it a full leak test overnight, and then we'll see how it goes. Okay, so I will be cleaning this tank up and everything. I know it's all nasty, and like I said, when I ripped it out from the uninstall, it's not like I took time to clean it up and everything. I was just, the previous owner was ready to get it out of the home, and so I didn't clean it up and everything. I will clean it up, but this is just, like I said, this is hose pipe water, fresh water. I'll be cleaning it up. I'll probably, have foam and filter floss down here, let it catch everything as I'm scrubbing everything out and everything. I'll clean the sump up and everything. So we're gonna let this fill up. All right, we're getting there. About a little over halfway full on this one. Obviously we still gotta fill that one up. And I went ahead and started scrubbing down the acrylic walls with just a standard, acrylic pad. If anyone's dealt with acrylic, you know not to use any type of aggressive abrasive cleaning pads or razors or cleaning scraper blades or anything like that. I think they do still make a acrylic scraper blade. They're not fantastic. I've always anytime I've had to deal with acrylic tanks, I've always used the white acrylic cleaner pads, and they do really well. You've got to put a little bit of elbow grease into it, but they do well. So, coming along. Now that we have both aquariums full, I went ahead and continued to clean on the acrylic glass a little bit. Got a little bit more to go, but cleans up really nice. All the garbage is kind of settling in the bottom, but I have to stir that up and probably like vacuum it out to get all the rest of it out. I'll also end up cleaning up the sump a little bit. That's all the residual old algae and core lining and all that from the previous owner. This one's looking good so far. No leaks thus far. We're gonna let this system run overnight just to verify, to make sure we have no leaks anywhere. All right, we're on our next day down here. Everything went really well overnight. Got up and checked everything. No leaks anywhere. Good signs. Also went ahead and started cleaning up the sump, finished cleaning the tank. Some of that residual debris still down in the bottom. I'll have to end up vacuuming that out, but that's no big deal. Everything's cleaned up really nice, looks good. So I think we're gonna call it here for this video. Finish it up, close it out. Next step's gonna be just obviously adding in like our power heads, our DJ, ADJs, everything back in for the controls, lights, etc. We'll get all that in, and also we have to get the tank salted. So get an aquascape in there, sand obviously, and start up the cycle. So that's going to be it for this time, and we thank you guys for watching and tuning in to our channel, and we thank you for all our subscribers and our views, and see you next time on Queen Anne's Reef.